Hey friends, welcome back to Simply Home and Harvest. I'm Jen, and today I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour of our summer home. Now, I didn't go crazy decorating everything this time, and I typically don't do that for summer decor. I keep it mostly patriotic and mostly focused on 4th of July and Americana decor. But I thought you might like to see it anyway, even though I didn't go all out. So I know you probably just saw our deck refresh video. So I thought we would just continue the fun and show you a little bit of how I'm decorating the inside of our home this year. I'm not going to do a full home tour, but I will show you the areas that we've decorated this summer. And you know, I love having my decor up. I try really hard to get it up before Memorial Day. And I did this year. I actually got it decorated the day before Memorial Day. And so I like to do it that early so that we can have it throughout the summer. Now, before I started YouTube, I used to keep my summer decor and my red, white, blue stuff up through Labor Day because I felt like those were the summer holidays. But since starting YouTube, I have to get a jump start and get the home decorated for fall so quickly so I can turn those videos around for you guys. So typically the summer decor will only stay up through like early to mid-August. So this gives us a little bit of extra time to enjoy it. It's actually one of my favorite times of year to decorate. It's just something about that red, white, and blue. And I try to do splashes of yellow around the home. And that's pretty much, it matches back to our deck decor that I showed you earlier. So we'll just say it's kind of a part 2 of home decor because it matches the deck so perfectly. So if you haven't seen that video, I will try to link it down below or maybe put it in a little box somewhere at the end of the video. I always forget to do that. So if that's something that really is helpful to you all, be sure to leave me a comment and let me know because I'm really not sure. Does it help you to have that little video to click at the end of each video just to give you more to watch, or does it automatically send you to the next video? I'm not sure. So if you have any tips in that area, let me know. All right, well, without further ado, let's get on with today's video. All right, we're gonna switch things up a bit and we're going that way first to the kitchen. Welcome to our kitchen. If you've never been here before, welcome. It's not fancy and it probably could stand a few updates, but it is very used and well loved. There are a couple little corners in here that I enjoy decorating every season, so those are the ones I'm going to share with you. I'll probably just chat with you through this whole video, so if there's something that you're interested in that you'd like to know where I got it from and I don't mention it, just leave a comment below and I will let you know if I can remember it. All right, starting out in this little corner over here, I love my tiered tray and I love switching it out, though I will tell you that tiered trays in this house are cute, but mostly functional. So we've got our butter dish up here, and that little mason jar was a craft project at one of our church groups that I attended. And so I just decided, a lot of people were using theirs as a flower vase, but I decided to put a few fairy lights down in it on a timer and stick a flag in the jar, tied some patriotic ribbon to it, and place that 10 Liberty sign there. And then we've got our butter dish in the background. And then over here, I just kept this one very simple. We've got some stars that we picked up at Target on clearance during the Christmas clearance sales. So those are actually Christmas ornaments, but I use them for my patriotic decor. And then the little sign also came from Hobby Lobby. So there you go, just a little touch there in the corner. And like I said, you're probably going to see a flag stuck in everything. I like to keep it patriotic and celebrate this great country that we live in and get ready for the 4th of July season. Also, I'm really known around here for lights and candles and lanterns and that sort of thing. So light in that corner at night to me is just so cozy and welcoming. I'm going to show you my pretty dish towel that came from my daughter for Mother's Day. It was a beautiful set and I love how it matches back to all the decor in our kitchen. All right, this little shelf over here, these were actually cabinets that we took the doors off years ago. And way back in the day, I had a TV on that bottom shelf, and that's where my kids would sit and enjoy their breakfast before school and we watched a little PBS television, but now I just use it to decorate and keep my cookbooks. So you'll see that top shelf is just where our cookbooks live. There is a canister up there that holds our tea bags for iced tea, and then sometimes I'll have like herbs or something up there. But I thought that redrumming just definitely gave that corner that patriotic touch that I was looking for. So I just displayed her cookbook. There's some faux flowers up here. And then this is the shelf that, I've got a couple spaces in the home that I absolutely love to decorate. This is one of them. And this is an old platter that I received for free after hosting one of those home and garden shows years and years ago. Probably back in the early 2000s, if I had to guess. So that's what that's from. And then little Henrietta there. She's been around for the last couple seasons. We had her out in the spring. That's my sugar canister over in the corner. And then this little lamp came from Hobby Lobby. I think it was last year. And that's another thing. I love to just like hang ornaments on the lamps. I just think that just adds a little something there. Just so cute. And love also having that light in the corner. That's probably my favorite thing to do when I get up in the morning. I'll come in, and right before I start the coffee and breakfast, I'll plug this lamp up because it just adds that soft light. And then in the evenings, the same thing. The star in the background, I believe, came from Walmart. And then the little tin sign there, again, I think from Hobby Lobby several seasons ago. Just added some moss there to kind of bring everything together. And there's another look at one of those dish towels. I love that. I think it's so pretty. It's just so simple and elegant and has that touch of the red, white, and blue that matches back to everything. And then there we have our oats, our flour. We make a lot of bread around here. And that's really it for that corner. Just keeping it simple. I did not go out and buy anything extra this year for Patriotic Decor, with the exception of, I think I have some napkins, some cloth napkins that I picked up. And that was really about it, because we spent most of our money on outdoor cushions and, refreshing the deck. So I kept it simple on the inside this year. So I did switch out one thing in the kitchen. I added this over the stove and replaced the Home Sweet Home sign. I like this a whole lot better, and I think it really adds to the kitchen decor. Okay, on to the next space. So now we're in pretty much the entryway of our home, and this little shelf stays here all year long, and I just switch out the decor. So I've got this picture that I picked up years ago from Hobby Lobby, and then this little candle here is just an old Christmas candle, and I've got the little apple basket there with some faux greenery, and then there's that little pop of red, white, and blue. And I thought that just kept the space really simple, which is what I was going for. I've got my flameless lantern that's on a timer down in the corner here. And I kind of leave this area open because we've had so much rain lately that my outdoor cushions have to come inside and they need a little spot to rest. And so that typically is the corner. It's also the corner that guests will put their bags and shoes and stuff when they come in. So I like to leave that as open as possible. Okay, flowing on in to really, definitely the entryway of our home is right here when you come in. This buffet, which you guys have seen, belonged to my grandparents. And several years ago, we refinished it, updated it a little bit. I love it. Like I always tell y'all, probably my favorite piece of furniture in the house. And yes, it is incomplete. Y'all, I need a picture to go with this frame right here. And I had one in mind, so I know I get it incomplete on this project. I'll have to add that in later. I've also got a little piece of American history here on display, the preamble to the United States Constitution there. That's just a little printout that I framed years ago. And we have a recycled root beer bottle with some faux hydrangeas. Just tied a little bit of that patriotic ribbon to it and added one of those star ornaments. I also added in the scripture about freedom, Galatians 5:1, that says it's for freedom that Christ has set us free. And we think about our freedom as Americans, but it does not compare at all with the freedom we have in Christ for those that are followers of Jesus. And that is the most important freedom. That's where we want to focus on in this family. And so we want to keep that at the center of our home. And I thought that was just a beautiful thing to also put on display. So there you have it, our simple entryway. And now moving on to like our dining room area, we've got our seasonal tree here that stays out mostly year round. If you've been here for any length of time, you know that this tree has changed over the years, and we actually went to a much smaller scale. This is a 4-foot tree now, and I just wanted to keep it simple. Had a few little ornaments that I picked up at Hobby Lobby a few years ago and added some string to, and then just cut some strips of ribbon, tied those on a few of the branches, and just wanted to keep it very simple over here in this corner. And then right here beside it, I've got my beautiful vase here with some ranunculus. Actually, those are faux flowers. I have debated on this area. I didn't know whether or not to switch out those flowers for something else. I had thought about red geraniums, but because I wanted to add in the pops of yellow, I had these ranunculus on hand and thought I would just use those for now. Added a flag in with that picture, and then that old Liberty metal sign there, I think came from Kirkland's many years ago. There's a closer look at those flowers. Now, the linen napkin that this picture is sitting on is the only new thing I can think of that I have picked up this year. That set, it was a set of 4, and it is from the Home and Hearth collection by Joanna Gaines at Target. I just really loved that simple blue striped pattern. I thought it would tie back into all of the decor, and I just think it gives it a beautiful, like, soft touch. And so you'll see those in different spots throughout this tour. I've had that little barn and all these little boxes that you see. I've had those for many years. They're starting to wear out, so don't look too closely. But I believe they also came from Kirkland's many, many years ago. And that is a look at our sweet little corner over there. And like I said, part of the dining room, because here is our dining room table that has been very well loved. This belonged to my grandparents, and all I've done is just added in new chairs over the years, but you can see the table needs to be sanded very badly and refinished. It's just not something that I have gotten to yet. I had this tray that has been just kind of sitting in a corner for the last couple of years, and I thought I would pull it back out, and I have some old Coke bottles, so I just added some flags to it again with the star ornament there and kept it functional. We need our napkins at the table. And then these stars that are on a strand that light up, I think came from Target in the dollar bin several years ago. They may have even been part of Christmas decor, but because I love to use stars in my summer decor, that's where I use a lot of the pieces that can double as Christmas or summer decor for us. And then I just added that pitberry garland that's red, white, and blue. I think it came on a roll from Hobby Lobby a few years back. And you'll see one of those linen napkins in that tray as well. And that is our simple dining room area. Now on to where we do most of our living, the den. Welcome to our den. I know, guys, I get another incomplete on this decorating assignment as well, but I have the cutest picture, I promise, to go in that frame over there of my brother, sister-in-law, and their beautiful triplet boys. They also have another one on the way, a little girl. I don't think I've told y'all that yet, but we're super excited. She'll be coming along to join our family in September. I tell you what, I will show you some pictures at the end of this video to make up for the absence of a picture in that frame, but I am going to get it printed out this week. That was a gift from our church to me for Mother's Day, and I love that. And in fact, the barns in the picture are not too bad. They kind of go in with my decor. This little plant, I actually broke it up and got 3 little plants out of it. If you remember, it was part of our resurrection bowl, and everything else in that bowl sadly did not make it. I did enjoy it through the Easter season, but I decided to just downsize, and I split that little plant up. I can't remember the name of it, but I split it up and put it into 3 different containers, and I'm really enjoying that. And then this is just some of that TV canvas art. Isn't that so pretty? Boy, I wish I had a hydrangea bush that I could cut those beautiful live blooms off of. That's on my list. My husband calls those grandma bushes. I don't care. I still want them all in my yard. I'm just getting all chatty here, but all of these decorations that you see in our den mostly came from Hobby Lobby, with the exception that fern I know I picked up at Target back in the late winter months. And then the Stars and Stripes, the little like faux wood stack of books, may have came from Marshall's. I'd have to flip it over and look and see. And then the stars came from Hobby Lobby as well, I believe. They were like picture holders. I just took the little picture holder thing out of the top. Oops, that watch is not supposed to be there. Let me take care of that. All right, there we go. That's better. We've just got some little touches. I added a star there that is just part of our normal home decor. It gets moved around the home quite often. That pillow came from Dollar General last year or year before last. And I didn't put a throw on this rocking chair because it's hot around here and we haven't been reaching for throws that much lately. So the throws will come back, you know, in the fall and winter months. But right now, we don't need any extra coverage in this house. That about wraps up the den. I will show you what I did on our door over here. I haven't decided if I'm going to put a wreath on the outside of the door yet. I really would like to get a little basket and add some flowers to it, so I'm still shopping for that. This is just a eucalyptus wreath that I have used for every season, and I just add pieces in and out of it. And I had this sign, Land That I Love, and I just hooked it on the wreath holder right beneath the eucalyptus wreath. And this wreath holder is red, which it looks so good. It's hard to see it in the lighting right now, but it really looks good against the door there. It just adds that pop of red over in the corner, and that's it. There's a look at our very simple den. Now I am going to show you a couple of other spots in the home that I decorated, and I'll just let the music play and you'll just get to see those little corners too. Although it's hard for me to pick a favorite, I think I just saved the favorite for last because I absolutely love this little area in our home. I have thought about, or we've talked about expanding our kitchen and wrapping it around, but then I would lose this little space. So I don't know, that's still up for debate. But my husband built these custom shelves out of old closet board when we redid our basement. And they match back so perfectly with the buffet that I already had. So it just worked out. You guys, if you followed along you've seen these decorations. But this top shelf, every piece up here, the truck, the lantern, the truck and the lantern came from the Valerie Perhill collection on QVC a number of years ago. And then this garland is from Hobby Lobby. And I got it several years ago, but I believe that I saw it also this season. So if you want that, they have everything 40% off, and you can go get that at Hobby Lobby right now. And then also the tobacco basket in the background, I got that a couple years ago at Hobby Lobby, marked down. I think it was on clearance maybe, and I have really enjoyed having that in our home decor just all year round. This candle is on a timer, the best kind, because it would be really hard for me to get up here every night and turn this candle on. Then of course we got a flag in the back of our old pickup truck. Y'all, if I could have an old pickup truck, this would be the one I would want. I don't know if I'd want it to be white or red, or maybe even blue. Any of those colors would probably work, but I just think that's darling. I love those old pickup trucks. I'm just a farmhouse kind of gal, and my decorating style definitely reflects that. I have decided over the years that I tend to, I guess, lean more toward the Colonial farmhouse decor. So if that's even a thing, that's how I'm gonna label myself, because I love colonial style homes and colonial style decor, but I also like the farmhouse decor. So I guess we can mesh those two together. All right, I've got another old Coke bottle here that we've placed one of our flags in. That picture you see in the background, God Bless America, that came from Hobby Lobby a few years ago. And then right beside it is an old basket that belonged to my mom, and somehow, I don't know if I took it from her house, if she passed it on to me. I don't really remember how that worked out, but it's mine now. So I use it just about every season, and I just tucked one of those linen napkins in it and just kept the space real cozy over here. We've got a little Amish lighted candle that's on a timer that my mom picked up in the actual Amish country in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And then the little ornaments there, the USA and the star. I've already told you guys about those. That old tin bucket, another one of those things that I accumulated, may have been my mom's, and now it's here in this house. And then the faux flowers there, I believe, came from Hobby Lobby. And that farmer's market sign was a birthday gift from a friend years ago. So there's a look at the shelves, and now we'll move down to our favorite part in the mornings, and that is the good old coffee bar. All right, well, there's really not a lot to talk about on this shelf. I kept it very simple, very functional, because it has a job to do, and that's to make the coffee and get the day started. So we don't want to get anything in the way of that. This little ladder is from Hobby Lobby. I added the linen napkin there and another one of those star ornaments. How about that? Some faux greenery, and then we are using our china, the china I registered for when we got married, that has been in a cabinet not being used for years. I decided to start using it more this year, and so that's what we've been doing. I do hold my breath a little bit every time somebody picks up a plate. Maybe that'll get better one day, but I do love that china, and I just don't want anything to happen to it. So I'm trying to let go of that and use what I have and celebrate these moments with the people that I love, because one day I won't be here, and that china will probably end up at Goodwill somewhere, and I want to use it while I got it. So that's what I'm trying to do. I've just got a little mason jar there with some straws, and of course a flag tucked in there, and there's one of those stars. We've got our creamer and our sugar from the china, and I had just a very simple china pattern that I picked out that was really close to my grandma's pattern when I was growing up, and so it really complements with any decor since it's so neutral. So that's one good thing about it. That old star I have had forever and ever, and I think it may have come from Kirkland's as well. It's starting to fade, but I thought it was cute hanging there on the shelf. And then there's our final star of the day tucked over there, and right in front of our coffee beans. We've got some coffee cups that we use. Actually, I use those more for tea because still got some coffee in the pot there that I didn't get out before I filmed this video. I can get that coffee pot clean. I don't want y'all to think that I just sit around with a dirty coffee pot all the time. But yeah, those coffee mugs are a little bit smaller than what I like to use in the morning, but they do make a great cup of afternoon tea. All right, well, there's a look at our coffee bar area and the shelves that are above it. Again, probably my favorite part to decorate in this house. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed that little glimpse into our summer home this year. And if you did, and you would like to see more videos like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and share it with your friends. I'd love to have you join our little YouTube family here. It's so much fun to read your comments and to interact with you through YouTube. It's something that I really enjoy and hope to continue to do more of. So be sure to follow along so that I'll be able to stick around a little bit longer. Well, it's been so fun to have you join me here in my home today. I wish you were here for real and we could sit down and chat over a cup of coffee, but this is the next best thing. So be sure to comment down below. Tell me where you're watching from and what fun things you are planning to do this summer. But until next time, remember to live simply, use what you have, and enjoy the moments you've been given, and I will see you all in the next one.